Test, test, test. Why is this so quiet? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Is the audio a good level? Is it too loud or normal? Yes, good. Fantastic. Ah, this is great. Thank you for coming. Cool. I think we can start soon. I'm just going to share this to Twitter. Hopefully get some more people coming. And then we're ready to go. Good. So I think we can begin. Oh gosh. All right. Hi. I'm gonna be doing some. Oh yeah, I got these new gloves for Christmas. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some live streaming of making an AR game with A-Frame, and hopefully we can make some good progress today. We're probably not going to finish it. I tend to be here a couple of hours, but we'll see how far we get. It should be fun. So I'm going to go switch to my live coding. There we go. We are doing it with A-Frame, which is at aframe.io. So first thing I'm going to do is copy and paste the getting started code because it's a great way to get started. There we go. Cool. So, oh yeah, I should probably also stream this to my phone so we can test out what it looks like on mobile. So let's get that sorted out. About a HTTP server, good in the right folder, and then we're going to find my terminal and make sure ADB is okay. So hopefully the IP of my phone hasn't changed because then I should be able to do this. Oh, great. Well, that's apparently already done. And if I open up a new Chrome tab, Chrome inspect, fingers crossed, we'll see my phone here. Yep, so this is from 192.168.0.11.1, which is exactly what we want. And then, so this should now forward this to my phone, which will give me access to localhost on the device. So this is, but we're going to use Chrome today actually, because our AR recently broke and we have a fix coming out for it in the latest beta, but I haven't got that yet. So I'm just going to do it in Chrome. Actually, I might be able to get it working in here. Let's see, because I have an ultra special secret version of Samsung Internet. So hopefully this will connect to localhost. Yeah, I don't think that's going to connect to ADB, so I'm just going to use Chrome because I am lazy. So if I refresh this, I should get... Oh, sorry, I'll do it so you can see my phone as well. So sorry, this was what I was working on before. I'm just hoping this is going to reload and show me this page because it's doing port forwarding. Yeah, I can't get that to work. So I'm going just to use ngrok instead because that's a lot easier. So for those of you who don't know, ngrok is a method to forward a port and give you a URL. Yeah, so ngrok this gives me this URL that I just have to type into my phone. And this I will use in Samsung Internet. So if I go to DB2, sorry, this beginning bit's kind of boring because it's just me setting up, you know, debugging and stuff like that. 51v9e.ngrok.io. Well, that connected. And it says we need HTTPS, which we do because it's using the WebXR device API, which requires HTTPS to work. But there we go. And if I press AR, there we go. We have a scene. Of course, it's not actually doing anything AR, like we can't see the environment behind, but it's enough. It's working. The other thing I'm going to do is bring in a little library, which I made earlier, which I will get off GitHub. So it's just the library which I used at the demo the other day. Yeah, components.js. It's just where I put a few useful components for AR stuff. It's open source and you can use it too. Not quite happy with it yet, at least not enough to make it like a library I promote, but hey, it's good enough. Right. So I'm pretty sure I stole this one from someone else's library. But yeah. Right. So first thing you want to do is make the environment invisible. So this is quite a simple one. Just hide in AR mode. So when we enter VR, which also includes AR in this case, we make them invisible. When we exit VR, we make them visible again. So yeah, I'm just going to add that to the sky. So now, if I refresh the page, and enter AR mode, it didn't work. Oh, because it's cached. And that is frustrating. I might have to do something to disable caching, but I don't think I can connect to it over ADB here. All right, so I'm going to open this up in Chrome and do it there instead. Actually, let's do it in Samsung Internet Beta. Oh no, I can't do it in Samsung Internet Beta. You have to do it in Chrome. Soon, Samsung Internet Beta. Yeah, bring this back. That's not ideal. I definitely have a caching issue. Oh, I also realized I didn't actually open the debugger for inspect, Chrome, inspect. There we go, there's the inspector. So now that shouldn't be caching. So if I reload this, enter AR. No, why? What did I do to you? So is that cached? Or is it just me? A sky, nope. So it's not cached, this is just a mistake on my end. So why aren't you working? Ah, this was me being stupid. I actually forgot to just include my script. Okay, embarrassing, stupid mistake. So is that fixing this one as well, actually? Yeah. Oh, nice. So it does work in Samsung Internet too. So yeah. Yay, AR. So we've made the background invisible, but we kind of want to do something with these shapes because right now it just placed it at like the default location. So it's kind of extrapolating my floor out a few meters, and it's currently placing this like a meter into the next room beyond this wall. And we actually just want to place stuff on the floor. Also, these objects are really big. They're like meters big. Like I'm pretty sure this red sphere is taller than I am. Oh shit, you can't see this. There we go. There we go. So yeah, AR working, placing it in the next room. It's really far away, but technically it's there. So let's actually make it aware of our environment, because right now it doesn't know anything about our environment. So let's make, we don't need all of these things. Let's just do like a entity, and we're going to call it, it's a thing we're going to be repositioning and moving around. So let's call it, I was going to call it world, because it's where I'm going to put most of my content. I'm going to put all of this stuff in here. Ooh, just the little objects. I'm going to shrink this a lot. So scale equals 0.1. Because these are all big. Like, sphere has a radius of 1.25 meters. So the height of this sphere from bottom to top is like 2.5 meters tall. And that's a lot. So we're going to make it 25 centimeters tall, which is my maths right there? 2.5 meters divided by 10. Yeah, 25 centimeters. So yeah, going to make it a tenth of its original size. And I'm also going to add the AR hit test component, which basically what it does is it will do hit tests out of whatever controllers it can find. In this case, because it's a phone, it'll just do it out the screen. And wherever it hit tests, it'll position the object. So now, if I refresh the page, I only scaled it in one dimension. My bad. Scale 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. There we go. Let's try refreshing that. There we go. So we shrank it a lot, so it's now very small. We've got enter AR. There it is. So it'll position it wherever it finds gets a connection. Come on, you can do the hit testing. I believe in you. I had this before without much luck, so I need to. I can probably work out why it's happening, or I can just try fixing something else. I'm gonna do like a very simple reticule for now, because that's a pretty simple way of doing it. So I can just do a plane. So make an A entity. An A entity is like the div of a frame. Like it's just an empty object with no attributes whatsoever. Whereas an A plane is geometry and materials and stuff like that. And then we're gonna rotate it so it's flat on the floor. The rotation equals 90, 0, 0. And we're gonna make it centimeters big. So width equals 0.2. All units in XR are in meters and Y is up. Oh yeah, minus 90. I'm going to give this AR hit test. Let's all like move these 3 meters forward. So 0, minus 2, 0, minus 1. That way they're all centered in the Z direction. Z is like into the environment, whereas X is left and right, oh gosh, and Y is up. So that doesn't seem like it's doing any hit testing whatsoever. I remembered what the issue is. So hit testing is an API which needs to be required from the scene. Required from the Shattered, you can't actually see that. So the issue is that it's just not doing it because it doesn't have the hit test API available. I need like a thing so when I pick up my phone it comes up here automatically. So I do that by adding it to the scene thing. So I can do webxr equals, I think it's optional features in camel case test. Actually, let's just check that in the documentation because that's a good thing to check. So docs, and then go down to webxr, properties, optional features. Here we go. So yeah, let's refresh it, and now it should work. So either it can't scan my floor or it's having trouble with my thing. Let's take a look at the dev tools for this. So I'm just going to reload it in Chrome. That's what's connected to my dev tools. As you can't see that, but yeah. Again, it's still, oh, shoot, no, it is working. Why wasn't it working in the other browser? Oh, it was working. Cool, there we go. That's just me tapping and swiping on the screen, which you can't see. Actually, I think there's a setting to make that visible. I go settings. Developer options. There's like a show tabs in here, I think. Show tabs. Oh, good, it's showing the tab while the thing is. That's actually really handy. Might just leave that turned on, that way you can always see where I'm swiping. Nice. Right, back to the browser. Cool. So yeah, that's what I was doing there. I was tapping the screen. Come on, get a 3D scan of the room. There you. Oh, why isn't this getting a very good scanner tool? There we go. I wonder what's messing that up. It works really well if I do it on like images like this. That's like the perfect tracker. Cool. Anyway, it works. But yeah, we want to put the AI hit test onto the surrounding object because we want the plane to lie flat against the floor. So that's why we're rotating it. But the AI hit test component will override the rotation, so that you'll end up with it floating in the air. I'm not having a lot of luck with it picking up my floor at the moment. There we go. It works really well on this picture. I need like a rug or something in here which has like a clear marker. Because the things which it cut. Oh shit! You can't see this, can you? Right, here we go. Right, so here's scanning it on the wall. But if I try doing it on the floor, it's like not having a lot of luck. I think the repeating patterns in the floor are messing with the detection. Oh, there we go. That worked. So just sometimes it takes a while to pick up some things. Or maybe I just need a dirtier floor, and that way there'll be more irregular features it can pick up on. Ah, if I had confetti, I would throw like a bag of confetti on the floor. I think that would probably actually work really well. Cool. Anyway, let's do a better looking reticle. So I have one which I made earlier, which again I'm going to copy off GitHub. Wait a minute, this is local on my computer. I can just copy and paste this. But anyway, it looks like this. It's just a really boring thing, but the arrow kind of shows you what direction something's pointing. So if it's pointing down, it's pointing towards you. So it's pretty good for hit testing. And I'm going to set this as the texture on my thing. But I'm just going to copy it from the local version of my repo. Which is slash RC. There we go. So I'm going to do on this source equals .png. Great. So yeah, let's just refresh this and see if it works. Well, that's a horrible glitch. And you set it to being transparent. That way it won't glitch so badly. But yeah, anyway, it looks good. It looks like this. So it's the AI hit test on Android will kind of place it flat against the wall and then will do its best to rotate it so it points at the camera. That behavior isn't, I don't think it's spec'd, but that's just the way it behaves on Android. Cool, so I set that to have material equals current true. Right, I'm going to add a new script tag to this. We want to do it so when the AI hit test object, like when the reticle has found something and you've placed it, I want to move something else to that location. So query selector. I'm just going to find anything that has the hit test. I think I fire events for this once you've done a select. So yeah, select's done. Actually, yeah, I can think. So I've got it set up so that you can give it a you give it a target. You can control that target. So which I'm just going to set to world. So this is just going to let us tap on the screen to position stuff. So we do AR into AR. Wish it was like slightly faster at picking up this thing. There we go. So yeah, now I can just position stuff on the wall like that. So I kind of want to make a basketball game where you like fire balls into hoops. So I'm going to make a basketball hoop. So yeah, we can develop this locally. We don't need to keep going back to the phone for this, thankfully. So right, let's just put that in a more convenient location. So let's just push it a little bit in front of us. 0, 0. And I'm going to move the camera down a bit. So by adding an A camera thing to the thing, you say, I take control of the camera now and put it where I want. Nice. So I'm going to leave it on the default position, but I'm going to move it down a little. So by default, it puts it at head height. And our object is quite small, so we don't need that. -3, because it's in front of us. There we go. So funnily enough, this looks very similar to the default A-frame scene, except it's a lot smaller. So we're going to get rid of, keep the plane, because that's actually kind of handy. But I get rid of everything else. The scale, because we can just handle that ourselves, do it properly. So width and height. Do like a meter. It's probably a bit big actually. Let's do half a meter. So we're gonna have it lay flat on the floor because we're gonna be using the hit test API to place it on the what would be the best way to do that? Actually, yeah, and then I can put it in something to lay it back down again. So yeah, let's just build this not rotated. Put this in the air by 25 centimeters. If I refresh this, we should now just have a little square in front of us. We do. Actually, I'm going to put this back a bit. I'm going to put this up and so yeah, we don't need to move the camera then, because I'm going to put this in the air in front of us. Just put this at head height. I think that 1.6. Oh, it's rotated. Rotation equals. Cool. So I've. Cool. So this should be placed flat. So if we would place it on the floor, it would point up because I've rotated the world. And if you place it on the wall, it should face out. And we're going to need to add a hoop to that. So I'm going to use a torus. So a torus. All right, so the radius, we'll be at the radius of our thing, so 0.25. And the tubular radius, I want it to be centimeters. And then we should now have, oh, that's not what I had in mind. So that's the radius, so 0.5. And then I need to have it coming out towards us. Position equals, which is up vertically actually, so 0, 0.25, 0. I'm gonna edit this. So there's a slight problem where can't get the inspector to work in things, but Control-I in A-frame brings up the inspector, which lets you do cool stuff like this. And that's what we want. And then I can just copy this. So position is this. Actually, let's shrink. We want to shrink that radius tubular. Let's do it to like that, 0.05. Now if I refresh the page with an inspector, oh, I can't spell the word position. That's why it wasn't updating. Okay, that's like way too close to our faces. this whole thing back a bit. A meter away. Oh, we have a hoop. But basketball hoops are usually above your head, so let's just put this at 2 meters. All right. Well, that's fine. Right, we need to put some kind of cool design on this. Oh, and I need some kind of netting. Can we do a cone, maybe? Is there a cone? A cone. Right, so it needs to roughly have the same position as, let's give it the same position as this for now. Radius, same radius. And then shrink this down a little bit, so 0.2. And I think I'll probably need to rotate it somehow, but let's just see what it looks like live. Oh gosh, that's not what I expected. Let's rotate that. All right, so I'm gonna right pan the camera on this. Oh, right click. There we go. All right, so the height we want to shrink. Let's do it like this. So 0.29. We want it open-ended. And we want the material to be double-sided. Side. Double. So we have an inside. We want to rotate it 90 degrees. Down a little so it fits on our thing. That looks about right. And hopefully, if I go copy to clipboard, I can just paste it here, in theory. It seemed like it worked. Let's just try refreshing it, see what it looks like. Ah, it worked. Let's make it semi-transparent. Some materials thing here, don't I? Yeah. Opacity 0.5, transparent, true. It looks kind of cool. I think I might make the box behind a little wider. Zero 0.7 to 0.5. Move it up just a smidge. Okay, simple hoop kind of thing. And let's do the little thing like the little hoop. the little square. As you can tell, I'm not exactly like a basketball expert. Make it a bit bigger. Do 0.9, 0.7. Yeah, that looks good. So, in theory, we should now be able to position this onto our wall. Actually, I kind of want to give a texture on the thing. Let's just open up an image editor and do that. Oh gosh, fill with transparency. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Right, new layer. Transparency, good, right. Right, let's give it a border. So select all, select shrink by 40 pixels, grow 20 pixels, and then select border 10 pixels, and then fill this with white. I'm going to do like a similar thing. So fixed aspect ratio, give me like a square. Actually, yeah, we need to put that approximately in the middle, so I'm just going to grab this. Is there a way to there's no way to I'm just going to eyeball it. Select border 5. Huh? Why did you select that big? Select border 7 pixels. There we go. Fill with white. Some text in here. Do I have a good looking typeface in here? I don't know. What's a basketball typeface? Okay, I could spend way too long doing this. I'm just gonna be stupid and pick Comic Sans, because why the fuck not? This is my game, I can do that if I want. This is gonna be really tacky. Who doesn't love basketball? Is that roughly in the middle? Looks about right. Graphic design is my passion. Let's just put it in our thing. Board.png. Right, so on this we want don't need color. We're just going to do source equals png. Oh, and material. Yeah, fun. Let's just make this perfect. Weird things. Red, you can't see that through the hoop, which is Great. I'm gonna move this down so that gets rendered first. There we go. Hey, hacks. This is so terrible. I love it. All right, so now the actual gamey part. Physics. We all love physics engines. All right, so there's a really good one I like for A-frame, which I haven't used in a long time. I think physics. I don't remember it being this one, but it might be. Add in physics. Oh, I need a title. So you want to add the physics system scene. You want to make this. So we want the ring and the backboard to be static bodies. Let's see what that looks like. Right, so it's just put a cube around our torus for the basketball hoop, which isn't ideal because you kind of want the ball to, go into the hoop. But if we add a ball to this as well, right. It is. So I'm just going to position that above the thing. I wonder if there's a texture for that. Ah, someone has. Fantastic. So we look for something that's going to look like this. I wonder. I don't think there's any licensing on these, which means I'm kind of loath to use them without it. Use it right, Creative Commons. All right, I'm just gonna make it orange then, because also that way you can't see that the ball won't actually spin, although it might do. So we want to make that. Boom. Yay, basketball. All right, let's somehow make this thing a torus. So maybe I can take one of these. So if we do shape, and I'm going to go convex. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll work. Ah. Well, I need to put hole on there. And hole. Everybody hide this code. Hmm. No mesh. What's deprecated? Let's see if it still works. Oh, well, that worked. I think what we will do though is we will have a separate hoop which has like lower, just invisible a little bit. Actually, we can probably even be a bit more generous there with the, or a bit less generous with the radius. It's down to like 5 and see what happens. Hmm. And I'm just trying to make the minimum viable basketball hoop. Okay, let's try putting this down to. Yeah, that'll do. Well, I'm actually glad that worked. That worked really well. Ah, well, that's pretty neat looking. I might do a quick recording of that actually and put it on Twitter because I kind of like this. All right, so let's see if we can just test this and put it on our wall, see what it looks like. Hmm. So the bad side is that this should be lying flat against the floor, but it's like it might be, I can't tell. Is it just big? But we also need to point directly up. So I probably shouldn't just be copying these like I was before. But, So let's do let's tweak our code, which does when you press select, hmm, someone's still watching, which is good. So this is the kind of stuff you want to be doing. Um, hmm. Yeah, let's just copy and paste, and that's all we need. Let's rename hoop to world to hoop. ID. Oh, yeah, we can get rid of the. We're not updating anything. Yeah. And we don't want to set the orientation. Or maybe we do, and then we want to always write it so it's vertical. Actually, now let's just leave it like that and see how it looks. Maybe I'm not firing this video right of it. All right, so open this up in Chrome and debug this. There we go. That's what we like to see. Wait, we just won't get attribute then. Well, also, I do definitely want to set the origin then. We're gonna have to do some maths. I love maths. So so yeah, let's also copy across the bit from here where I update the companion. This just sets the rotation. So we want to rotate it about a point so that it always points up. All right, so I think I know how we can do this. So we have a vector v, so up equals 3, 3, 0, 1, 0. And then we want a temporary vector equals new 3 dot. What we want to do is we want to work out the quaternion that takes All right, so this bit's actually going to be kind of interesting later. So vector dot set 0, 1, 0. So, and then we're going to, so this is just pointing directly up. And then we're going to apply to it the quaternion which the reticle has, which is this. Actually, for this. Right, so we want to, can I apply a quaternion? Apply quaternion. There we go. So temp vector dot apply quaternion. And then the quaternion of the object. So we also want a quaternion equals new p dot. Sorry, p dot quaternion. I think so. Right, because I never, I got it right. I never usually don't do that. Um, set from unit vectors. That's what we want to do. Right. We want to do it. We want to get the one that takes it from our temp vector, which is the direction we're currently pointing, back up to the up vector. And we want to set this to the multiplication of these two. So the original quaternion and our temp one. Hopefully that'll work. If this works first time, I am amazing, and I'm just shocked because this will not work first time because I can never get this right. This stuff is kind of tricky. Show the camera and I tap here. Is that working? I cannot tell. If I do it down here, Oh shoot, I think that is working. Oh no, because then if it was working, it should be... Oh no, and then it's tilted up. So yeah, I think that worked. Wow, okay. That is surprising to me. So, for some reason it's offset from the wall. I don't want to know why. If I get rid of this rotation and position, it should just lie flat on the ground in theory. JavaScript, this is HTML. Yeah, so that's not lying flat on the floor. I messed something up. Which was maybe, let's yes. So this needs to be 0 because it's... And these toruses... are out by 20. Okay, now they're flat on the floor. Put this back so it's positioned against the wall. Cool. Now let's position the spool so it actually goes back in the hole. Now we've moved it. Oh yeah, help if I turn off the physics engine on that one. And cool, it looks about right. Another bit. Body. Great. Now let's take another look through the phone. So refresh the page. Okay, no, that's not working. Because that should be lying flat against that wall over there now. Now we just ignore all my code. Let's do. That's not right. Right, this just hasn't paid any attention to the update of my code. And if I put it on the floor. That's not the right behavior. Oh. Ah, I was ignoring it, that's why. Come on, scan the room. You can do it. Let's try going down here. That's right, you can't actually see the thing. Downside of streaming AR software development is that everyone gets to see the inside of your house. And why can't you pick up anything? Let's try. It's off by a little bit. Can I use that tiny picture as a marker? No, it's too far away. Let's try doing it the other way around. Yeah, that way, because quaternions are commutative. Or non-commutative. I think non-commutative is the word. They go, they don't, the order you do them matters. That's looking a bit better at least. Let's try doing it onto this one over here. Wait, what? Where did the rest of it go? Oh, it's showing me the back side of it. So maybe it's not. Oh. Right. Right. Oh my god, so this whole time it hasn't actually been working at all because I had an error. Wasn't doing any. Note to self, look at your dev tools a bit more. There we go. That's a lovely looking error. It's not the right behavior, but it's doing something different this time, which is always good to see. Right, let's unreverse these, put them back to how they were when I first wrote it. Oh yeah, tip for AR development. Have lots of pictures in the room you work in because it makes it really easy to put stuff onto things. And get a good rug. Alright, so it's quite reliably pointing upwards now. Well, it just was not exactly what I was after. If I put it on the floor, what do I get? Come on, scan the floor. I think it's because it's like slightly shiny. It really hates it. So it's always pointing up, but it's also pointing just like it's turning the Y direction. It's turning like the Z direction into the Y direction. Really stupid. I don't think if this works, then I don't understand this, and it's just me plugging numbers into stuff. Do a scan, do a scan, tap. Well, that worked. I mean, it's upside down, but this is again. Now it's I mean, I think that's working. I mean, it's at a weird angle though, which is kind of confusing me. If I do it up here. Someone get a marker on here, please. Okay, well, it's matching what it thinks it has anyway. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that's working. So I can now put the hoop onto my wall. There we go. That works. Cool. That works. All right, so what we want to do, we want to have some kind of method for toggling between placing your hoop and shooting balls. Shooting, like firing the things off. So what do? The best way to do an interface in augmented reality is to use the DOM overlay API. So that's what we're going to use. So I'm going to create a new element. I'm going to call it overlay. And I'm going to give it, I'm going to have to style that to make it full screen and stuff like that. So style. So overlay, position, absolute, 0, left, 0, right, 0, 0, give it some padding. And then let's put in a toggle in there. I want a pretty style checkbox, so I'm going to get inspiration from. Do they have a nice one? Yeah, that's the kind of thing I want. Although I guess semantically this is an option thing, but we do want it to just toggle from the switch. Well, it's kind of bulky though, I don't really like that. Actually, I'm just going to use One UI Web. One UI Web is pretty great and has a bunch of useful features like this built in. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. Let's pull switch. Actually, might as well just do a button that says ready. That's probably going to be easier. And a toggle, because you're probably only going to place it once, I think. And then if you need to do it, you just move it, you can refresh the page. So I can get rid of this. Button ready to play. I mean, I can make the button pretty at least anyway. But yeah, let's this is semi-transparent black. That's a nice looking button. Cool. So we have a button. Oh, we also want it to be in the middle bottom somewhere. So display flex, flex, direction. So yeah, that's, we can leave that because it's row by default. So we can do align items, flex end, and then justify items. Content. Space around. I do space evenly. Add more buttons. Oh, forgot the display effect. Select. Boom. Right, and then we probably also want some kind of title. So along a wall. Right position, absolute. That'll do. And let's just all right, cool. So mode equals facing. Actually, no, let's just do it properly. Let's tear down the thing once it's stopped. Oh, right, so when you click the button, it's going to switch from hitting the thing into playing the game. So actually, we will need a mode. Mode. Equals. Okay. Right. So you finish placing it, and then you want to remove the AI hit test from this. So, okay, cool. Because we don't need that anymore. Dot remove attribute. Yeah, hit test. And then text content equals shoot. Instructions. Save that. Does the pool have an ID? No. And return. If you're playing, then pool dot position to. So what I set it maybe to the camera position. I think that'll work. I will figure that out later. For now, let's just do this and see if it just test this, see if it works. All the stuff disappeared. I didn't set the overlay. So frame docs. And WebXR. Right, so overlay element. We want hit test and overlay. And we use the DOM overlay API to do this. We just simply go into this. So now if I reload this, that seems like something bad happened. Can only probably index of undefined. How did I mess this up? Let's take a look at one of my previous things and see if I can find out where that went wrong. Oh, it seems like I've probably messed up my syntax somewhere. Why the heck do you think that is? There we go. So we still have the thing. So I can place that. I don't know why it's doing that just along that wall. So that also comes through as a thing. That's funny. Interesting. No, that's a weird error. Oh shit! I did turn it on here. What's happening? So now you can see. There we go. Come on, give me a thing. There we go. And if I press this, it's hitting the DOM overlay and triggering the XR input event. So I need to maybe put just like 100 millisecond delay on doing this, just to make sure that if the button's pushed, then we don't do it. So we want to do something like this. Set timeout. 1 millisecond delay. All right, so if you tap a DOM element, it will yeah. Oops. Hold up. Come on, give us a marker, please. There we go. Am I back? I think I'm back. Good. Right, let's try this demo this again. So it's currently not quite working as we'd like. If I tap there, it's not quite connecting. So I think I need to We open up Chrome Inspect. And then there we go. Right, stock attributes, not function. Ah, right. My bad. I gotta use a fat arrow here so we can keep the this. There we go. That'll work. And there we go. Oh. Wait, I should use it to hide that. Also, I should make that not selectable because it seems every time I press select, that breaks weirdly. And I'm going to change the color of the skybox. So first I'll do the skybox. That one's easy to do. So a sky. I blew a color in. That looks a bit better. And let's put a floor in because we all need a floor. So let's do. Let's make it big. 10 and 10. Color. The same color as the hoop. I like that color. That's make it really big. There we go. It's looking a bit fun now. Oh, I didn't bring the net back. Let's put it back. I need to fix the position of that cone. Ah, the DOM overlay. Improvements. None. I need to move that back. Whoops. 0.25. I'm going to round that up to 1.5. Close enough. I just make the bottom bit wider than the top. Maybe I'll look a little less odd when it. Boom. Cool. Right. There we go. So now we can't select that text. And I want this done. Try it. And give it auto. So now we can look around, but we can still click on this. Good. All right, so that was just a few nice quality changes. All right, so now we've got that. We probably want to program the shoot button to actually do something. Yeah, let's for now let's put in a debug statement here and see what's going on the phone. Oh, I need to make the floor invisible as well. I think it's too dark in here to get a thing. I'm going to put the light on. Right, now we put a breakpoint here. Right, let's work out some things. All right, so I'm trying to get the position of the camera. And so far, it's not having great luck. Hmm. Ah, I know what I can do. Hmm. I think I might have to request a viewer position. This might be a tricky one. Because I'm trying to get the 3D position of the camera in VR, but because it's not the real camera, it's the virtual camera. It's kind of tricky. I'm trying to be lazy about it as well. I don't want to have to. Alright, I might carry on this next time. So we'll pause this for now, and I guess there'll be a part 2. I'm gonna end this stream. Thanks for watching. Bye.